And overall for the club to get into a semi-final now and be within touching distance of some silverware, what does that mean?
Well, the second season in a row that we are in this competition, in the semi-finals. So, game every 3 days. We have the Christmas period right now. So, wish everybody a happy Christmas and all the best for the new year. And we will be here again in a few days.
It brings extra games, but it can also bring a lot of confidence, can't it? And a lot of positivity to the players when you have a run like this.
Yes, and it brought a lot of energy in the stadium as well. Thank you, everybody. The atmosphere that they created again. So, we're going to need them.
Appreciate your time, Mikel.
Thank you.
Well, I think we should take a couple of opportunities that we had in the first half. I think we played so well, then they changed, they adapt a little bit, and second half was like more 50-50. Even like this, we had big chances, and it's something that we have to improve. We conceded in a couple of games in the last minute, so something that we have to improve and focus on that.
When it goes deep into a penalty shootout like that and the goals just keep going in and in and in, what is your mindset? You think I just need to get hold of one?
You have to keep the cool and think in the next one. Be focused, don't lose your focus, is important, because as soon as you save one, maybe it's decisive.
And William, this game is all about winning silverware. This is a great chance now, you're in the semi-finals.
Yeah, we are so happy to be in semi-final. You have to take... we have to learn the lesson from last season, because we got the semi-final last season, but we lost the 2 games. So now this season we want to win both games, and we want to go in the final.
Well done both of you. William is the Carabao Cup player of the match. Do the honours, Kepa.
Of course. Big game. Beast.
Yeah. Thank you, my guy.
Arsenal got 68% possession, Crystal Palace had 32%. Arsenal had 25 shots compared to Crystal Palace's 8. What are these match stats telling us, boys?
I mean, for me, Arsenal, we're definitely slightly the better side. I mean, it's all the shots, but how many were on target? 7. It's not great numbers when you do the maths of that. Really and truly, you can have as many shots, but you want it to be shots that are actually going to affect the game and on target and causing problems. I thought Palace defended well. I thought Oliver Glasner tactically had them set up so well with a back 5, 4 on 1. We saw Nketiah playing on the right-hand side at the start in the first half, making it very difficult in the way they interchange. Sprang once where it was Mitchell had a really great chance, but that's what you get when you get a real natural defender in that final third situation and just absolutely skies his chance. But I thought tactically Glasner couldn't have done any more what he did. I think that with the players and the injuries that he has and his anger for not having a strong enough depth, if he did have that, it could be a different story.
I was 25 shots, a lot of shots though. It didn't feel like that way watching the game. So you have to also give credit to Arsenal. Like you will want to give credit to both teams. I thought Crystal Palace was good, but Arsenal did enough to win the game. I thought as well. So I think that's important to know. 25 shots. Hearing the most they took all season in a game. So that's.
Oh, the Arsenal fans, Hannah, were absolutely ecstatic. What a penalty shootout that was, by the way. 8-7 in the end. It was just absolute stalemate. It could have gone either way, obviously. I think the Crystal Palace fans, they got back into the game so late in it. Obviously, 9 minutes of added on time. And then they scored in that stoppage time to give so much sense of belief and hope. I mean, Oliver Glasner was going absolutely nuts on the sideline. And then dramatic penalties. So I think for Crystal Palace, they can take so many positives away from this, even though devastating way for them to go out, obviously. But for Arsenal, what a sigh of relief. It doesn't really matter in the end, does it, how you get there, as long as they're through. And that's what they did. So now they'll face Chelsea, as you mentioned, in the next round. But around the stadium, there was just an absolute roar and a big sense of relief at the end when that final penalty was missed.
Yeah, Pop, what was the atmosphere like? And especially, what was, if you could see Arteta, what was his celebration like? Was he relieved? Was he excited? Were they they felt like they played a good game, or were they just happy to just move on to the next the semi-final?
I think a bit of everything, to be honest, Grell. I mean, you know how Arteta is on the sideline. He's very animated, isn't he? He's got his head in his hands for so much of the game. And I think the players were as well. They just switched off for that 1 second in stoppage time. And then obviously to let Crystal Palace back into it, knowing that there was no extra time and that it would go straight to penalties. So I think a mixed emotion in the end for Mikel Arteta. Not the way that they would have wanted to win. But I suppose the big picture is he made 8 changes and they still got the result, and he gave players minutes that needed them as well. So I don't think that he can take too many negatives from tonight.
There was one negative though, Poppy. I just wonder whether you got a decent view of it from where you were sat. Chris Richards went down with what looked like a very dodgy injury. We don't know what it was, but it looked bad. Did you get any view or any sight on that?
Yeah, it was bizarre, Troy, wasn't it? Because on the replay, you couldn't really tell. It looked like he was, holding his ankle. We saw the trainers come on and kind of take his sock off and look like they were strapping it. But I think the way that he came off and the manner that he came off in the stretcher, it was not a good look. So really concerning for Chris Richards. We haven't heard anything so far. Hopefully, I'm going to speak to Oliver Glasner, so maybe I can get an update on the status of him. But not only for Chris Richards and obviously for US men's national team fans, is that a big blow, but also for Oliver Glasner as well, because we were talking about players missing at AFCON and now players obviously injured, and he's been such a big part of this coming back into the side, and now who knows how long he'll be out for, if he'll miss the next game. But I think really concerning the way that he did come off on the stretcher with his head in his hands. Didn't look good, did it?
Boys, a frustrating first half for Arsenal, wouldn't you say, Grella?
I thought the opposite, Hannah, to be honest.
Oh.
I thought that Arsenal were good. I thought that they created a lot of chances against a very strong, low block. Crystal Palace didn't leave any space between the lines, physical guys. Lerma in there was a fantastic goalkeeper as well. But I thought Arsenal did everything they needed to do to create big chances, big moments. They had so many moments inside the box where maybe they take it first time or bounce goes their way. They're up 1 or 2-0 in this one. So I thought both teams were very good in the first half.
It has been the Argentine goalkeeper Walter Benitez had 4 saves, 16 touches, 4 saves this season entering this match, and he's been able to double that in this game, this first half against Arsenal. What do Arsenal need to do, Nigel, in this second half to get one past Walter Benitez?
I mean, for me, when you look at games like this, Hannah, when teams are comfortable, setting defensively organised, there's a conversation about that number 10 role. Eze's playing there today, hasn't been involved in the game enough, needs to make something happen himself. If they're not getting you the ball, get on the ball more so. So when you look at this Arsenal side right now, I will not be surprised if you see the captain, Martin Odegaard, to come on. He's very good in those tight areas, comfortable to get the ball, make those little 1-2 passes, to make one player go fishing, to come out of that hole and expose the space that they leave behind. So that's what we'll have